Hi guys, welcome to Blogspot's Blockchain today. So, in today's podcast, we are going to discuss a very controversial topic that is blockchain technology in India. So, we're going to look at some of the things that are happening in India and some of the recent trends that have just taken place and some of the recent projects that have been implemented under the blockchain technology umbrella of India. So, a lot of talk has gone down behind blockchain technology in India, and there's a lot of clarification that's required before we start this process or this podcast. So the first thing that we need to discuss is where exactly the ban stands today. So the ban isn't on blockchain technology. The ban is on not on cryptocurrency. The ban is on trading of cryptocurrency. So that's exactly where the ban stands. You don't really you're not violating the laws if you own cryptocurrency or if you're using blockchain technology based products. What you are in violation of is if you go ahead and start trading those crypto assets or cryptocurrencies. That's when you really have a problem with the law. But usage of blockchain driven technologies isn't really something that's a criminal offense in India, and it has gained a lot of visibility in India in the last 2 years. According to a report, in the next 5 years, blockchain has the potential to create a value to the tune of USD $5 billion in India across all sectors. So there are many banks as well in India who are increasingly investing in the technology because financial sector is something that blockchain technology is can provide immediate benefits to. So these guys are leveraging the blockchain technology, and this is a consortium of India's 11 largest banks, including ICICI Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC Bank, Yes Bank, and Stand Chart as well, and there are a lot more. And these guys are launching the first ever blockchain linked loan system in the country. So, this not only ensures transparency in credit disbursement, it also removes any communication hurdle among all the different banks and all of the operations that they go ahead and carry out. So, Federal Bank of India has also launched its blockchain-based remittance solutions for NRIs as well. And these are all technologies or endeavors that have been brought into place to improve the operational efficiency, to bring in simplicity and transparency in the banking operations. So this is something that's being looked at as a solution for making not only the systems more operational but making them more trustworthy and bringing in a lot more regulation to it. So while the ban on cryptocurrency stands in India, the real gold mine is blockchain technology and how businesses are actually reacting to it today. So what's key to note is that this is something that's a very new topic in India. Generally, when it comes to emerging technologies, emerging nations in general usually tend to lag behind developed nations, but now we're seeing a lot of movement under the blockchain umbrella in India. So let's talk about some of the benefits that the Indian governments themselves have brought about in their statements for blockchain technology. So they've said that blockchain technology eliminates manual processes and friction in day-to-day trade, finance, digital identities, and cross-border payments. Banks are using blockchain to rewire financial markets and optimize cash management and consumer lending while transforming online and international payment processes. This was said by Jitan Chandani, and he is the blockchain offerings and engagement leader at IBM in South Asia and India. So this is a pretty big guy who's talking from a pretty big company when it comes to going ahead and implementing solutions for financial institutions, and they're looking at it as a system that can go ahead and secure digital identities, which is a big ask in India. They're looking to optimize day-to-day finance and trade, to look at better growth of the economy in a holistic way, and most importantly, they're looking to optimize cross-border payments. That means that they're going to make it easier for money to come into the country and go out of the country, which is generally beneficial for trade. So that is something that companies like IBM are looking at, and there are a lot of banks behind it, and even the government has seen the potential of this technology, and there are a lot of tenders out where state governments want to protect all of the data on the blockchain network. So we are seeing a lot of movement just behind the blockchain technology right here. And what are the key factors that the government has decided to pretty much hail this technology as a savior? So what they have looked at it is as a technology or a method to promote trust and transparency. So, blockchain technology has the potential to change the way financial service transactions are carried out. So, insurance, trade finance, cross borders, digital identities, all have witnessed an increased adoption, which will further facilitate the development of a more strategic BFSI industry. Its distributed ledger technology, smart contracts, security, built in governance, and control capabilities give institutions real time access to trade, finance, data, and information. And this also will lead to mitigating risk, eliminating the wait time, and also will increase the holistic transparency of the system. And the real problem for the banks that they're trying to solve is that currently banks spend a lot of time and effort identifying and validating records multiple times for the same customers for the same trade. Requiring customers to provide identifying information repeatedly can erode customer satisfaction and cause transactional delays. In short, banks are using blockchain to promote trust and transparency, eliminate fraud, and respond to the changing needs of the market, explains Mr. Chandani. So, this blockchain is expected to have a direct impact on reducing operational costs and improving efficiencies in the BFSI industry. And they are looking at a blockchain as a decentralized ecosystem that's going to allow multiple participants to come together and collaborate and pretty much carry out all of their operations in a transparent and secure manner. And these are all of the challenges that the banking industry is facing, and they're looking to solve it in India, implementing these technologies, and there is massive support from the government as well. In fact, let's just dive deeper into the adoption by the government entities. So there is an increasing adoption of blockchain technology that has grabbed the attention of governments and lawmakers almost all over the world. So there are, for example, the South Korean government who is now considering using blockchain technology for an electronic voting system. Australia's National Transport Insurance, or NTI, is planning a blockchain trial to help ensure the safety of food, which is a very, very big thing. The government of Dubai, through Global Blockchain Council, intends to roll out blockchain initiatives in key departments such as education, transport, energy, and healthcare. So you're looking at all of these nations, and South Korea can be now touted as a developed nation, are pretty much almost looking at all of the potential applications of this technology and how quickly they can go ahead and implement this into the businesses. So the outlook of the countries, including India, to blockchain is quintessential and will encourage more countries to tap into blockchain's potential this year. In what comes as a big time for blockchain in India, the second largest online market in the world has already embraced blockchain. Niti Aayog, a policy think tank of the Government of India, co-hosted the biggest blockchain conference in Asia, International Blockchain Conference in 2018, with the state governments of Telangana and Goa. Events such as these will definitely lay the groundwork for blockchain revolution in the country. And Niti Aayog is also exploring opportunities to deploy blockchain technologies in industries, including drugs and fertilizers. So you can see that there is a lot of movement around this, and if anyone says that Indian government is averse to blockchain or they're anti-blockchain, that's not really true at all. They're just looking at a way to ensure that there isn't a lot of flow of the black money that is a huge problem in India, and cryptocurrencies obviously have the downside of facilitating anonymous transactions that are beyond the capability or the capability to stop of the government. So they have very, very legitimate reasons to go ahead and say that, yeah, we have to ban the cryptocurrency. But again, cryptocurrency is a very, very small application of blockchain technology. It's like just saying that we are going to ban just one website on the internet. And that's, while it is, I would say, in a way, it does deprive us of our rights, but at the same time, it doesn't really take away the power of the internet, and that's what we need to look at it as. This is the silver lining, and they're very, very interested in this technology, and we're looking at bright things ahead. And we just want to talk about something that's recently happened with ACA. There's a company who pretty much works with Rio Tinto in the agriculture department to go ahead and secure all of the food like NTI is doing. And they pretty much go ahead and do it in the agriculture space, and they've recently gone into business or a joint venture with the Coffee Council of India to go ahead and start ensuring that all of the data of the origin of the coffee beans in India are pretty much recorded on the blockchain. So they're going to eliminate all of the middleman and go directly to the farmer to get the origin data and then go ahead and start selling it into the country and exporting it as well. And this is a very important point because India is the third largest producer and exporter of coffee in Asia. And India alone accounts for about 3.3%, and that equates to about 395,000 metric tons, and it's valued at about $1 billion worth of trade per year. So as you can see that this is a huge industry here, and it is again very important to ensure that if we are exporting and we are consuming coffee at such a high basis of 395,000 metric tons, then we need to ensure that we are getting quality products and quality ingredients for the same. And this is something that is a very, very good use case when it comes to implementing blockchain technologies in the food and beverage industry. And the way they've done it for coffee, they can go ahead and do it for almost any ingredient. So you can finally go ahead and just look at a plate and you can get this kind of data for almost all of the ingredients that were used in your dish. And you can pretty much go ahead and guarantee healthy eating or a healthy eating habits using this technology. So I hope that we could shed some information on how the Indian government looks at blockchain and what are the benefits that are possible with blockchain technology towards food and beverage industry. So we hope that you guys can get inspired by all of this and you guys can start working towards implementing blockchain technologies into your businesses today. And we're always here to answer any of your questions. Just post them down in the comment below, and you can even reach us out personally, let us know. And thanks guys, thank you for being with us today. Take care, bye bye.